Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Rain Movement. I'm Bailey Rain, and today is our evening class, again with this intention of grounding for day 2, but also still inviting a little small amount of balance. So for us to really rest, anchor, and sink in what we did this morning. So we feel that sense of balanced out, right? It was a little bit more sun driven, a little bit more energizing this morning with that balanced mentality. And now we're thinking about aligning that with this slower, softer side, the moon side of things. So our setup's going to be a little different today. I do invite you to have a block long ways dead middle of your mat if you feel like you're going to need it, and on one edge, so whatever side you're feeling like you might be facing, and then having your other one accessible as well. This can be a practice with or without as usual. So grab what you need and meet me when you're ready. All right, so we'll just first begin in a child's pose. Big toes touching, knees as wide as the mat, grounding all the way down to the earth. Feeling a long spine from your tailbone through the top of your head. Arms are reaching towards the top of your mat, so a little bit more active right now just to feel length. And taking a few deep breaths here. Beautiful. On your next inhale, come back up to a tabletop position, bringing your knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your body, and just take a pause in this tabletop for a moment. Really feel the earth beneath your hands, beneath your knees. Sometimes don't really feel into that sensation that you can physically reach your hands into the earth. Usually we don't tune into it unless we're gardening or doing something, but just imagine your hands are in soil right now. Really feel that. And then let's inhale, drop your belly, broaden your heart up and forward. Exhale, scooping and rounding, pressing the mat away from your body. Inhale, drop your belly, broaden your heart. Exhale, scooping and rounding. 2 more at your own pace. And I invite you in this practice to play with how slow can you move. It's going to be a very slow flow, and I'll guide it as slow as possible, but if you can challenge yourself to even go slower than me, and to notice you're not going to get in trouble if you're not following what I'm doing, right? Play with that idea of slowing down. Go ahead and walk your hands forward, one handprint, tuck your toes, finding a downward dog, and let's just keep it soft. Keep your knees bent. And then really try to point your tailbone up towards the ceiling and then knit your ribs in towards each other like you're tightening up your core. Rotate your elbows to face the back of the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Press through all parts of your hand, not just in the palm. And take a nice deep breath. Again, the sensation of your hands grounding towards the earth. We're softening this, so we don't need our legs straight every time. Let's just feel our spine. Our spine is the foundation of everything. It's protected. One more breath. Good. Inhale. Gaze towards the top of your mat. If your knees aren't bent, which they should be, bend them now. And then exhale, start to step your way up into a forward fold. And you can take 2 big steps or as many steps as you would like. And just come into a ragdoll. Grab onto your elbows, sway from side to side. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Can you keep a flat back as you rise, no matter which way your arms are reaching? And then exhale, palms to heart center. And we are up. Again, move slow, move mindfully. It's like this, imagining we're doing Tai Chi yoga almost. So let's bring our big toes to touch. Leave a little gap between your heels, or just bring your feet closer. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, take a side body bend to your right. Inhale brings you back upright. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, lift your right knee up. Use your core. Exhale, step slowly back into Virabhadrasana 2. Arms widen. Knee is stacked over second and middle toe, so you can see your big toe from the inside of your knee. Ribs in, belly back, shoulders stacked over hips. Grounding through the back foot, feeling your back pinky toe grounded and anchored. Slow breaths. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, start to shift your hips back towards the back of your mat. Reach forward like you're gonna reach the top of your mat, and then let yourself sink into Trikonasana. I want you to think about rotating from your belly button, sometimes bringing a hand to your hip and feeling that rotation happen helps, and then reaching your right arm back up. And your left hand can rest on a block here. Bring the floor closer if you need. One more deep breath. Inhale, sweep your right arm long up over your head. Exhale, pivot your whole body to the side of your mat. And that's where this side block can kind of help if you need to adjust in any way. Coming into wide-legged forward fold. Your head can rest on the block, or your hands, if you're feeling really tight, shift your weight into the balls of your feet so you're not tilting back onto your heels. Relax the features of your face. If you need a soft bend in your knees, bend your knees. Allow gravity to lengthen your spine. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Inhale, find a little bit of a halfway lift, so hands can be on your block or on the floor. Exhale, pivot your right toes to the back of the mat. Rotate all the way around until you're in a high lunge. And then from here, inhale, try to lift your heart up a little higher. And then exhale, begin to extend and straighten your front leg. Now, if this is a way too long of a stance for you, just hop your back foot in a little bit and just play with bending and straightening your front leg. But if you can stay in high lunge, let's inhale again, lift your heart. Exhale, extend. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's hold this long pyramid. Hips, try to make the hips square, your hips square. So right hip back, left hip forward. But if that's hard today, that's okay. That's the goal, right? Hands are either on blocks or on the mat. You can also pivot your fingertips to face the back of your mat. 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Bend your front knee on your next inhale. Exhale, step up into forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, whoop, palms to heart center. Let's take that all to the other side. Bring your feet a little closer to each other. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, reaching side body to your left. Inhale, upright. Exhale, palms to heart center, nice and slow. Inhale, lift your left knee up. Exhale, step back into Virabhadrasana 2. Make your mental adjustments. We're moving slow. Ribs in, belly back. That's going to help point your tailbone down towards the mat. Knees over second and middle toes. You should see your big toe. Shoulders stacked over hips. One more breath. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Shift your hips back. Exhale, reach forward into your Trikonasana triangle. And again, you can bring your hand to your hip. Try to feel that rotation from your belly button and then reaching long. Like there's energy in your fingers. It's not like you're a limp arm just hanging out here. Let it feel like someone's pulling you up at the same time. Breath is soft. Inhale, reach your arm over your head, long side body. Exhaling to pivot into your wide-legged forward fold at the side of your mat. Resting down. Again, check in that you can lift your heels. One more breath. Beautiful. Ground your hands, finding a little halfway lift. Exhale, pivoting your left toes to face the front of your mat, coming into that high lunge. Again, you can always use a block or two if you need. In fact, on this side, just to demonstrate, make sure I have both my blocks. Inhale to lift your heart up as high as you can, and then exhale, extend and straighten your front leg into a very long pyramid. Again, step your back foot in if this isn't feeling right. Inhale, dip your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. We'll hold this pyramid. Again, think about left hip back, right hip forward. Square your hips off. If that's not possible, maybe shorten your stance. That'll help a lot. Square your hips. And then if you feel a lot of pressure back in your palms, try to send more pressure into other areas of your hand. Play with that. Softening your sternum down over your leg. Relax the features of your face. Take one more deep breath. Beautiful. It's an inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, stepping into forward fold at the top of your mat. Move your blocks out of the way if you're using them. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Can you keep a long flat back? Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, folding all the way down. Again, even here, I'm not like diving and collapsing my spine and arching. I want you to think long flat back all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that long flat back. Exhale, ground your hands, step right back to downward dog. And this time you can feel into full downward dog, straight legs, pedaling out the feet a little. Beautiful. Let's walk your big toes closer in. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, pull your right knee to right thumb, coming into pigeon, grounding all the way down. Again, there's that word, grounding, right? So if you're really lifted here, I can give a few options with blocks that I have in previous videos, but always like to plant the seed of reminder. You can take one block and bring it into your extended leg, so your left leg, underneath your quad. And that's gonna help you drop your right hip down and forward. And yes, it's gonna keep you lifted. That is okay. And then you can fold forward from here. You can use your other block underneath your forehead. So this variation helps us to keep the hips in proper alignment. If we put a block underneath our lifted right hip, we're going to be sinking inward, and the back leg is going to be doing, not inward, but outward. The back leg is going to be doing some funky things. So to keep our nice alignment, we'll come here. And if you don't use the blocks, of course, just keep your left hip bone gravitating towards the earth, square your hips off. Slow, deep breaths. One more breath. Beautiful, and slowly press yourself up. Ground your back toes, coming back to downward dog, and just pedal it out a little bit on the spot. Walking your big toes back in towards each other. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, finding pigeon on the other side. Good. Discovering where you're at, settling into it before you just plop right down. So again, option to bring that block underneath the knee. I'll show it on this side, just not the knee, but your quad, right? So that way my right hip can come towards the earth again, squaring off the shoulders. It's all about alignment. Bone stacking and alignment. If you don't need that, you can already be folded down. Three more breaths. Beautiful. Slowly again, taking your time, pressing up. Remove any props that you have, and then this time we'll just sit into our left hip and swing your back leg around, coming into our Shavasana. So let's come all the way down onto the floor and begin with just hugging your knees in for a moment. Just sway from side to side, massage your low back. Maybe give your hips a little bit more love, circling your knees out and around for 4 circles. And the other side. Not the other side, but the other way. You know what I mean. And then we'll settle into our Shavasana. Today's intention is really just this deep grounding relaxation. from that balancing out, right? Putting ourselves in alignment with our intention moving forward. And so really allowing that to wash over you, maybe even thinking about the seed you planted last night in that previous meditation. I invite you to soften between your eyebrows, relax your jaw, wiggle your nose, try to get any tension out of the bridge of your nose. Open mouth, sigh. Shimmy your shoulders down towards the earth and away from your ears a little bit more. Palms up as an act of fully surrendering and letting go. Belly is soft every breath you take. Glutes relaxed. Pelvis grounded and anchored. Allow your fingertips to naturally curl. Quads relaxed. Kneecaps soft. All the way down through your feet. Taking some time just to let everything go. And the only thing that matters is your breath, your heartbeat, your body, and your intention. Allow yourself to settle into a deep rest. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, bringing gentle life back to your body. If you'd like to continue to rest here, know that you can, maybe even allowing yourself to fall asleep. But if you're getting up, begin to roll your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms overhead, take a long stretch through your body. And slowly, mindfully, taking your time, rolling to one side in a fetal position. And taking a nice, deep, honest breath with yourself. And slowly pressing yourself up to a seat, any comfortable seat that feels right to seal our practice today. And again, we'll close with our sound of Om, followed by 3 Shantis. So first, take a nice deep breath in, reach both arms up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Next inhale is for our mantra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for day 2. I am greatly appreciative of you. If you don't mind, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, throw down a super thanks if you really enjoyed day 2, and I will see you all in day 3. Thank you. Namaste.